I'm the Senior Analyst in Sage Payment Solutions. To go over is the Sage 300 ERP payment processing and how to and configure the module. What I've done is I put together a PowerPoint presentation just to go over a few things that actually need to happen before the payment processing module can be installed. Processing can begin in Sage 300. The processing module needs to be installed in the software. People need to be out of the software before the module can be installed. The merchant must have administrative access to the software. And third, if the software is located on a server, the payment module needs to be installed in that location, then available to the other client systems. To actually work, two programs to be installed on the computer. First, Exchange Desktop. This initiates and performs the credit card processing and is available with the module installation. The SDK, which works in conjunction with the Sage Exchange Desktop and the software application. Both of the download links on this PowerPoint, the Sage Desktop and the module SDK. If you choose, you can go to Sage's self-service portal, and you can download the links directly from there. So now, go out to the point presentation, and to the software itself. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to install the module. So to do that, we're going to go to the Start menu, Control panel, Features, find where the Sage 300 is installed. Once we find it, we're going to right-click for modify, repeat, or remove. We're going to modify, and we're going to click the next. Now you see all of the modules that can be installed for Sage 300. So scroll down until we find payment processing. And typically these boxes will be unchecked, but I have actually installed the payment processing module already. But like I said, these boxes will be unchecked. All you would need to do is check these boxes. And if your Sage Exchange is able to be downloaded with the module installation. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and click on Next. And what the wizard is doing now is it's actually installing that module software. That users need to be out of the program because we're updating the software itself. Click the Finish button. I'm actually done with this, so we're going to go ahead and X out of this, and we're going to go back into the software. In the company. But yeah, I do not actually have any licenses. But what we would do at this point is we would actually go to Help Me. We're going to get licenses. Going to go to Manager, and then on the Licenses tab, and then we would enter the serial number and activation code for the payment processing module. Click Close. Then say OK to this. What we would have to do, since we have installed the module, now we actually have to activate the module. To do that, we would go to the Administrative Services menu on the side. We would double on Data Activation. We press this box and then Proceed. Now, I actually already activated the payment processing module, but if it still needed to be activated, you would see the option here, and you would just place a check. And mark in the box. You would next and then click activate, and that would actually activate the payment processing module. This one, go ahead and click close. Activated, you will see the payment processing menu. Right here, it's going to be under the common services menu here. Okay, at this point, what we're going to add processing codes. A processing code is needed to actually process payments within the software. So go to the PMT tab, which is under the payment processing heading, and click on processing codes. And go ahead and click on the magnifying glass to see which processing codes are already installed. I've already installed a couple for Canada and one for the U.S. Okay. Typically, what you would do though is processing code description. Here, you enter a line your description field. You use your bank, whether it's U.S. or Canada, and it's the merchant account that you want to go with this particular processing code. So I've already done this, but typically that's all that you would need to do. At that point, once all this is filled in, you would click the validate button. Validate that the merchant ID and the merchant key are valid. You click save. So we've done that. Now we have to add the codes, and basically we're going to attach the payment codes with the processing code. So to the accounts receivable menu, and then we go to AR setup, and to payment codes. Magnifying glass to see which payment codes are already checked. It looks like we have a MasterCard that's already attached. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to work with American Express. So this is highlighted. We're going to in this payment type field right here, we're going to click on the down arrow key and we'll select SPS credit card. So this attaches this processing code to payment code. We're going to click save, and then that for your Visas, MasterCards, Discovers, and then obviously American Express. So when that's done, you're actually all set with activating the module, installing the module, and actually go into some payment processing. So the thing that I want to show you is actually store a credit card for a customer. So that we're going to stay in the accounts receivable menu, and we're going to go to AR customers and click on the customer's icon. To click the magnifying glass next to the customer number field, and then select one of our customers. So I'm just going to select the first one right here. We're going to click the select button. At this, we're going to go to the credit card tab over on the far right, and then we'll click the button down at the bottom. ID. So what we do is we click on the magnifying glass next to this field. Any in here now. So what I'm going to do is in this field, I'm just going to type in Visa. And then out of it, now this is the description for this particular card. Since you can store multiple credit within a particular customer, it's good to add a specific description to this particular card. So, for instance, I'm just gonna test card. Once it's a processing code, whether it's Canada or whether it's U.S. So I'm going to check the problem. You see that it brings in the U.S. bank as well. Is I want to click on the box that says same as customer address, and it's going to fill in the billing details for me. Just a reminder, this section is a billing address for the credit card. Sometimes can be different from the person that actually holds the credit card. make sure that this billing address is the billing address for the card itself. Right side, and we click on the Add Card Details button. Exchange desktop comes up, and you see right up in the top here it says Sage Exchange Vault. So basically, this tells you that we're going to store this credit card number into the Exchange Vault. So what we do is we're going to go and put in the credit card number. Expiration date if we need to. The CVV option is not here. The code is not available to be stored Exchange Vault. I'm going to click on Submit. Looks like I missed the card number. There we go. See that the card number is here. You have the number is X'd out except for the last 4. And then you have the expiration date here. And then you have the card type as Visa here. We're going to click Add. And then we're going to click Save. All right, so we've added a card. And you see you can add as many cards as you actually need to. So I'm just going to go ahead and click Save and then Close. Now we can actually go into an actual order. So we're actually going to go to the Order Entry, and we're going to go to OE Transactions. Click on Order Entry. Enter an order. So the field is the order number. You want to keep this as new because it's going to take the next order number in line. Magnifying glass next to customer number. This first one right here, the bargain mark. To the items, we're going to double click inside the item number. We're going to magnifying glass and pick the item that we want. Now, these are what the merchant wants. If the merchant doesn't have an item list, that's fine. You can type anything in here. It just so happens that this particular customer that I have actually has an item list. So I'm going to pick this first item right here. And I do the card, and I want to put in 1. Options. We can do what's called a prepayment or a pre-authorize. Prepayment is just like a sale. You have time to enter the transaction, and that's it. If you pre-authorize, on the other hand, a pre-authorize is another name for authorization only. So with pre-authorize, you actually have one time to adjust that transaction, whether it's up or down, or if you have to add tax or shipping. So you do one of each, but right now I want to do a prepayment. Prepayment. Option comes up. With a prepayment, you have to enter a batch number. You can use a number if you want, or you can create your own batch. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click the new icon right here. It's going to create a new batch for me. And then I can put a description in the batch if I wanted to. So I'm just going to put test batch. At this point, I'm going to change the bank code from a Canadian bank to a bank. Payment code from and Visa. The processing code automatically comes in for us. Okay. I'm actually going, so in the amount due for $41.46, I'm going to put that in the receipt amount here. And then it's done, so I'm going to click Add. Charge, it comes up with this screen. So if we had a credit card that's stored, I can click on the magnifying glass next to the card ID field, and I can use the credit card that I want. So I can choose this one. Choose this. Everything is filled in for us. At this, on the right-hand side, I'm going to click Process Payment. Desktop comes up. You see that at the top right here, it says Sage Exchange Sale. This means that it's actually a sale. Remember, when we order a credit card, it actually said Sage Exchange Vault. Okay. When you process transactions, you can tell kind of what you're doing if you look at the top left right here. So you see that the card number is actually entered for us, so we don't have to do anything with this. The expiration is entered, and now we have the CVV option. So I'm just going to put in 123 for the CVV option. Click. It's charged, and you'll see that you have the authorization code here and the date here. So click Close on this one, on this screen. Now, for each order and for each credit card that you process, you have to post the order before you get out of the order. If you don't, it will give you an error message. So if you try to click Close, it's going to ask you want to post this order. If you know, it's actually going to give you an error message right here saying that you must post this document because a credit card payment has been charged. So at this point, I'm just going to click Close and then Post. It's going to give us a confirmation. It's going to give us the order number, and then it has the option to print the order confirmation or prepayment receipt. If you want to print those, obviously, just click the Yes button, but I'm just going to go ahead and click No. Okay. So I'm going to click Close. We're going to go back into it, and now we're going to do a pre-order entry again. First new, we're going to click on the magnifying glass again next to the customer number. We're going to choose this bargain mart again. Click on magnifying glass, and we're just going to select the first one again. To the ordered and hit 1. And now click Pre-Authorized. Once you see the pre-authorization amount, and then you have to choose your payment code and your processing code. Payment code, I'm going to click on the magnifying glass. I'm going to select Visa again. And processing code, and we're going to select the SPS credit card. At Pre-Authorized, brings you to this enter the card ID. So we're going to click on the magnifying glass again. We're going to card ID. Click Process Pre-Authorization. If you change that card number, you can just by clicking this Edit button. If you click the Edit button, this actually credit card number will disappear, and you can enter something else in here if you need to. Here, and then once again, you have the CVV option. This that the credit card has been pre-authorized. I'm going to click. We'll have the date and the time right here, and the authorization code right here. I'm going to click Close. And once again, I said we got to post it. So post gives you an order number, and then once again, it asks if you want to print the order confirmation. Say no. Click Close. So process a sales order. Now what we have to do is we actually have to ship the order. To do that, we're in the shipment entry. Number is new because it's going to take the next shipment number in line. Customer number field, we're going to click on the magnifying glass, and we're going to select the bargain mart because that's the one that we've been working with. What you can do is on this entry, you can attach the order that you want. Okay, so go on the magnifying glass next to the order number. We're going to 71, this is the last one that we did. It brings in the order that we did. Okay, so now what you have to do is you actually have to ship the order and also invoice it at the same time. So what we do, we're going to check this box right here that says Create Invoice. We're going to click this box that says Ship All. So select this box. Basically, it's automatically going to ship all of the product you have on this particular order. If you don't ship all of it, then you can go into each line item and you can pick and choose which one you need to ship. Go ahead and click Ship All. Capture. What it's going to do is it's going to capture this pre-authorization that we did in the sales order. So when and here's where we enter a new batch number. It brings bank code and it brings in the processing code of the pre-authorization. So now what we can do is, remember our pre-authorization was $41.46, but let's say that we have to add shipping. So what we can do is we're going to add $10 in shipping. So I'll change this to $51.46. I want to and to the pre-authorization screen. At this, we're just going to click on Process Payment, and you see that the total went from $41.46 to $51.46. So Process Payment. And it's to happen. Authorization has been captured. So basically what this means is that the $41.46 has been adjusted to add the $10 in shipping to $51.46. You've captured it, and now it's able to be settled. From here, we're going to click OK. We're going to click on this. Once again, click Post. And you can picking slip, you can print the invoice, and then you can click the prepayment receipt if you need it. At this point, I'm just going to go ahead and click Now because I don't want to print any of that. And you can click Close. Okay, what we've done is we have installed the payment processing tool. I have activated the module within the software, did an order for a prepayment and a pre-authorization, and we actually shipped and invoiced the pre-authorization. But this training is complete. If you have any questions, I urge you to contact our virtual support department at Sage, or if you want to, you can contact our merchant readiness department as well. Thank you for your time today, and have a great day.